Well guys, we are finally back to doing some toy reviews. I know it feels like it's been forever. And today we're finally going to be looking at the Neca Godzilla 2003. I know, I feel like I've been putting this review off for like ever now, and I've had this figure for a while. I got this figure the same time I got the Neca Godzilla 1989. That figure I reviewed right away, but for 2003 here, I just seem to keep putting it off. And then I got distracted, you know, I had final exams coming up, I had other videos I wanted to make instead. Like I really wanted to do that Godzilla Final Wars video, which you guys could click here, my first movie review. And then I just out of nowhere decided to report the news on the Godzilla vs. Kong release. You can click that here too. Go check that out. So yeah, so I just kept putting off the Godzilla 2003 review, but here we are finally doing it. And guys, the last video I did, the football video with the Eagles beating the Saints, you're not gonna see those anymore, I promise you, because it just doesn't fit the theme of the channel, so don't worry about that. We're gonna not do those anymore. But yeah guys, Godzilla 2003 here by Neca. Wait, first let's look at the box. I actually really like the box. As you know, the Kiragoji suit is my absolute favorite Godzilla suit design of all time. Tokyo SOS happens to be one of my favorite movies. Is it better than Against Mechagodzilla? That's personal opinion. Me personally, I like the characters in Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla a little bit more than the ones in Tokyo SOS. But Tokyo SOS is still a fun movie. It's still a fun ride. You know, a lot of action. Awesome picture on the front here. Got Kiru with his new arm. Got Godzilla. You even got the bones of the original Godzilla. That's pretty cool. Mothra and her fairies. You got some destruction. You got the Tokyo Tower destruction. The Capitol destruction. Even the pilots of Mecha G or Kiryu and the main protagonist Chujo there, as well as Tokyo SOS. On the side here, I really love pictures on the side. Awesome. The Mothra and bottom there, 65 years of Godzilla up there. The back, just pictures of the prototype figure. Same thing on the side there. So yeah, nice boxes. They're real cool for collecting. But now, here he is, Godzilla 2003 by Neca. Unfortunately, this is one of the last Neca releases. It sucks. I would love to see more Neca figures like a Godzilla 2000 or a Final Wars Godzilla. I think they could have really nailed it out of their park. But unfortunately, Neca lost the license, and that's so sad. Hopefully they can get it back for like Godzilla vs. Kong, but we don't know yet. Yeah, the figure is just, they did a good job with the figure, like they've been doing. Like ever since Godzilla 62, Neca really stepped up their Godzilla figures. They look really good. It's a nice, big, hefty figure, too. It's not like, well, except for the tail. Look how thin this tail is. I'm afraid that's gonna, like, break off at some point, but yeah, that's my only complaint. Well, not my only complaint, but yeah, that's one thing that concerns me, just how thin the tail is. Other than that, you guys, the figure has a nice weight to him. It's like a nice, big, hefty figure. I love all the detail in the skin there. The spines. Now, the spines, I'm not sure if they were, like, this white color in the movie, or if they were like a little bit lighter, but they look cool. You kind of have like a nice, cool, stony look to them. And then Godzilla's battle scar here, so you can see this is definitely 2003. That actually looks real good. It looks like how it did in the movie. It looks actually better than what the Bandai figure did, which I will bring out right here. So here I have the, let's move back a little bit. So this here is the Bandai Godzilla 2003. As you can see, he is quite a big deal taller. But yeah, his scar is like, it looks like it's like a fresh wound, which that's not how Godzilla's wound was in Tokyo SOS. It was like that at the end of Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla, but in Tokyo SOS, the wound was kind of more like healed. But hey, I love this figure. I've had this figure since I was a child, so I have huge nostalgia for this figure. Now for the articulation, it's Neca, so we're going to be expecting a lot. The tail, nice cool segmented tail. It's not a wire tail, and there actually are several segments of the tail, which gives it nice cool articulation. Godzilla's, of course, jaw can close. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second, but good mouth articulation, good head articulation, a little bit of neck articulation, you could say, or shoulder articulation, I don't know. The arms, hinge in the elbow. Seriously, we should know this by now. It's Neca. They have a bunch of articulation. I like that you can close the hands though. That's pretty cool. Articulation in the torso. Articulation in the legs. They can go out. Is there a bend at the knees? There's a slight bend. And swivel in the feet. So yeah, it's Neca. You can get some cool articulation out of them. Now what I meant when I said the face, we'll get to that. Honestly, the figure looks good with the mouth open, I will say. The figure looks real cool with the mouth open, especially from angles. But when you have his mouth closed and look at him straight on, he just looks like an angry chipmunk. I'm sorry, I think this is the one time I will say that the Monster Arts figure actually looks better than the NECA figure. At least in the front. The front has like, the front of the Monster Arts figure kind of has like that wolfish-like face, which the Kira Goji suit was known for. But look at him, he looks like an angry chipmunk. But hey, that's just a minor complaint. The figure still looks really good. You know, they did a really nice job with the figure. Seriously, all the detail that went into this figure looks really nice. So don't let that my little complaint about his mouth closed get to you, okay? I just thought it was funny. But yeah, like I said, the figure really, really nicely done. I love it. They even got to sculpt the shape of the spines right. Yeah, seriously, don't take me too seriously, guys. Come on, I love this figure. It's the Kira Goji suit. Now real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my other two Kira Goji figures, you know, my 8-inch Bandai ones. Here we have the 2002 Godzilla. You can't even see him, hold on. Alright, so right here we have my two 8-inch Bandai Kira Gojis. We have the 2002 release from Godzilla against Neca Godzilla, as well as the 2003 release, which you guys saw earlier, from Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Now, as you can see, he is a little bit smaller than them. I would say this figure is probably like 6.5 inches tall, and these guys are in the standard 8-inch scale. But I would say though, in comparison, I do like the work NECA did with the figure. They obviously took their time sculpting this guy. But the one thing that I wish they could have done was get the eyes of the Kira Goji suit, because Kira Goji had these bright gold eyes in the movie, which this figure doesn't seem to have. But with the way that they god dang it, but with the way they did the paint for this figure, I don't think the gold eyes would have matched, because it's all the shading that they did in the paint job. The gold eyes probably would have looked a little weird and like misplaced from everything else. So I guess I can kind of understand their reasoning for not giving him gold eyes. But seriously, Kira Goji, he had these like big expressive gold eyes in the movie, and that's why it's one of my favorite suits, because I just love to look at the eyes, because they're so different to all the other suits that we see in the rest of the series. So that's some comparison with those guys. Now unfortunately I do not own any 6-inch Kirus, however I do have an 8-inch drill arm Kiru from Tokyo SOS. Yeah, as you can see, Kiru's just a tad too big for this guy, but hey, if you want to get creative, use some camera angles, I think you can make it work. All about force perspective, you guys, and creative camera angles. Or if you want, you can have Kira like crouching down here. Yeah, see, you can still make it work, even if one figure is bigger than the other. You can definitely make it work with filmmaking techniques. So yeah, the drill arm Kiru. Drill arm Kiru should have an eye blown out. Kiru did not use his drill hand with both eyes. Sorry, you guys, just had to bring that up. Okay, now those figures were a little bit too big to scale up with this guy. However, I do have two more Kira Goji figures that I think are more in this guy's size range. First off, we have the DX Roaring Godzilla 2002. We have him right there. Put him right next to him. And then a special guest, we have the 2003 Remote Control Godzilla 2003, also by Bandai. Yeah, this is a figure you guys haven't really seen much of, but yeah, I wanted to pull it out for this review because these figures are very, very similar in size, as you can see. Now this figure, I would say he looks like a combination between the 2002 8-inch Bandai figure as well as the 2003. So yeah, he's pretty unique. This figure is all like rubbery. He's like all this rubbery thing. And he has the wheels in the bottom because he's like supposedly a remote control. I don't know how well he works now, but if you guys want me to review this figure, let me know. Leave in the comments below, smash the like button, and we'll take a look at him because I've wanted to do it for so long now, but I just wasn't sure about something that you guys wanted to see. So let me know. We'll take a look at this guy's special features. But yeah, just to compare, I would say I still prefer the look of the Bandai figures. They just have more of a likeness to the suit to them. Like I said, it's all in the eyes. It's definitely all in the eyes, because, you know, Kira Goji had very distinctive eyes, and this figure, I think, nailed it. But NECA did a good job with their figure as well. Awesome detail. Like, seriously, guys, I don't hate this figure. I know I have cracked on a few things on it, like saying, oh, the tail is too skinny, face looks like a chipmunk, but NECA definitely put the work in, and they delivered a pretty decent Kira Goji figure, if you can't find any of these others. So, yeah, and let's wrap this up now. So overall, you guys, I think NECA has put out a pretty decent Godzilla 2003 figure. Now, don't let all the jokes and stuff I made about this figure discourage you from buying it. You know, I know I said, oh, his tail is a little too skinny under the top here, or he looks like a chipmunk. Don't let my little jokes discourage you from buying this figure. That's just, it's all in good fun. I actually do think NECA did a pretty decent job with this figure. I love the sculpting and the paint job. It definitely has a lot of cool detail in it. I love the articulation. It's NECA. And yeah, like I said, ever since NECA, like, I appreciate what NECA has done for the Godzilla community, and it sucks that they don't have the license anymore. So I would have loved to see what more they could do. Like, I would have loved to see a Godzilla 2000 figure, or even a Final Wars Godzilla. I think those could have been really, really cool candidates for future NECA figures. So hopefully NECA can get the license back one day and release more classic Godzilla suit figures. Like, I would love to see what they could have done. But overall, you guys, now, if you run into some of these Bandai figures, should you still get the NECA? I would say so. I think it's a real good deal, especially for the money, you know, because NECA figures, they make good quality figures, and they make them easy to find and affordable. Go to any store that sells NECA figures, like Walmart's or Target's or even comic book shops, and guarantee you'll find a NECA Godzilla figure. Now, NECA has released quite a few Godzilla figures now, so what is my favorite, you're probably asking? Okay, so my absolute favorite NECA figure, my absolute favorite NECA Godzilla figure, my number one has to be Godzilla 62. That was one that really impressed me because I've never owned a Godzilla 62 figure, and I think they actually nailed it out of the park. It looks better than the S.O.S Monster 62 Godzilla, in my opinion. And then my second favorite is probably Godzilla 1989 and then 2003. 1989 just impresses me a little bit more than 2003 here, because with 62, I've never owned a Godzilla 1989 before. I've owned the 8-inch 91 Godzilla, but that's not really the same. And then with the Kira Gojis, I have so many of them, I showed them all off in this video, that having another one just didn't really impress me as much. But hey, I think NECA still did an awesome job with their 2003 Godzilla figure. And guys, that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't worry, we're gonna be sticking with the Godzilla content, maybe some Jurassic Park content as well, because I have some videos I've been planning. Yeah, but no more football content. You know, I don't think you guys enjoyed that much. That was just a random video I decided to put up. So guys, we're just gonna stick with what we're best at, okay? But guys, I just want to say Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have good holidays if I don't talk to you before then. But yeah, see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for everything as always.